If you're looking to help achieve a very aggressive stance on your 2015 and newer Mustang at home, but without changing the wheels, well then adding Eibach 25mm wheel spacers here would be one of the easiest ways to do so. Now the hub-centric spacers from Eibach can be used on both stock or aftermarket wheels, and will feature a high-quality black billet aluminum construction, all for right around $150 for the pair. So again, adding a set of spacers to your S550 is one of the easiest ways to either gain clearance or make for a more aggressive stance. Now, if I had to guess, most S550 owners watching this video are probably more interested in adding a little bit more offset to your wheels, more so than clearing a big brake kit. But whatever the case, guys, the spacers from Eibach will certainly help you in either situation. Now, these particular options are pretty aggressive in the land of spacers, as they do add 25mm or essentially 1 inch of offset to your stock or aftermarket wheels. Now, this will obviously help you achieve a flush look with your stock wheels, or allow you to go totally wild with a set of aftermarket wheels depending on the offset. The spacers have been made from high quality T6 billet aluminum anodized in black, and do feature that 5x114 bolt pattern found on the 2015 and newer cars, along with that 70mm hub size, meaning there is no need for any extra hub-centric rings or anything like that. Now the spacers will bolt to your existing hubs thanks to the included hardware, and will still reuse the same M14x15 lugs as your factory studs. Again, make sure those things are torqued to 150 foot-pounds. Speaking of which, now we do want to shift gears and talk about the installation here, guys, and Sykes going to call this a pretty solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe 30 minutes or so to complete from start to finish. But now, to give you a better idea of just how things will go down at home, here's an AM customer to walk you through it.
Alright guys, so today we're going to be installing the 20mm Eibach spacers for a 2016 Mustang GT. This is everything that comes in the package. It's the 2 spacers and then all the lug nuts for it. You're going to use a ratchet and a 19mm socket. For me, I have the American Muscle staggered rims. This is an 8.5 in the front, 10 in the back. They do come with special lug nuts, so I will be using the key that came along with the package, but just double check your lug nuts and make sure you use the proper ones for your install. Next, what you guys are going to want to do is get your floor jack and make sure that you're picking the vehicle up from the chassis and not some other plastic part. There's like a whole skid plate that's all plastic in the front, so you want to make sure that you're picking it up from the chassis. Alright, now before you guys pick the car up off the ground, it makes it a lot easier if you break all these lug nuts first, because if you have the car up off the ground, the wheel will start to spin if you don't have these loosened up beforehand. So we're gonna do that right now. We're not going to take these lug nuts completely off, we're just breaking them loose so that we can untighten them by hand. Now we can complete just loosening up the rest of the lug nuts. We'll just take this off and move it over to the side for now. We'll get our spacer, and that's just going to go over the top. The bolts, the stock bolts. and we'll hand tighten all the nuts that came with the iBox spacer. Make sure that you're putting these nuts on the right way. They do have like a little concave side to it. Make sure that that's going towards the vehicle and not away. You want that to go, you want it to sit right inside the spacer. I'm just going to show you guys. So you want to make sure that this little seat is going into the seat of the spacer. We're going to tighten all these up using your 19mm socket. Again, I'm just going to snug these up for now. Try to keep it all nice and uniform. Alright, now you're gonna have to hold on to the rotor. Make sure that your car is nice and cool, not like mine. Mine's a little hot, but you're gonna want to put your hand on it, just that way you can get some meat on tightening these lug nuts up. And when you're tightening them up, you're gonna want to make sure that you're doing a star pattern. That's to ensure that you're getting a nice bite on it. Alright guys, once you've got the spacer on there and it's all tightened up, we're gonna go ahead and put the wheel back on. I find it the easiest if you can put your foot underneath the tire, just to kind of help you maneuver it into place. And again, because I'm using the American Muscle rims here, I have a special socket specific to these lug nuts. But again, you're just gonna check yours and make sure you're using the right socket. We'll tighten these up by hand again. All right, once you got those up, tightened up by hand, just go ahead and grab your socket. If you have a deep socket, this is gonna make it a little easier. And we'll just get a little bit more on these. Okay, now you're gonna wanna drop the car down, easy. Make sure you drop it down nice and easy. And then we'll tighten the rest up, nice and tight. Make sure you're doing star pattern to ensure that you're getting it nice and tight equally. All right, that's it. And that'll wrap up your install.
So if you're looking to add a little bit more offset to the stock or aftermarket wheels on your S550 at home, be sure to check out these high quality options from Eibach right here at AmericanMuscle.com.